Welcome back, guys, to this Illustrator Basics tutorial. Today we're going to be going over the basic text tool. So to get started, let's just make a interesting background. Go ahead and give this a color. Let's give it a gradient like we did from our last tutorial. Go into the gradient options. We will click this one. Let's make it a deep purple, and then this one we will make a light blue or a dark blue. I like that. Get rid of that. And to bring up the text tool, you can either hit T or just go right over to the type tool and click it. If you click and hold it, you'll get more type tool options. You can even bring up a vertical type tool if you want to type text that's vertical like so. But we're right now just going to focus on the basic type tool. So if you just click once and release, you're going to bring up what's called a point type box. And this box is just going to start here where you clicked, and it's going to go on forever. So no matter how much you type, it just keeps going and going and going. Go ahead and delete that. Now if you bring up the type tool and you click and drag, you're going to open up what's called an area type box. So the text will only fill this area. No matter how big or small you make the text, it'll just fill this area at the most. So this is useful if you want to confine the text to a certain spot in the layout. It'll give it boundaries so that you won't have any text bleeding over where it's not supposed to be. Now this text that you see here that's popped up is called lorem ipsum. It's a common filler text, essentially, to give you an idea of what text will look like in your layout. It's just basically random Latin, and a lot of times we use it when we're mocking something up for a client instead of using the copy that the copywriter has written or coming up with our own copy. When we're just looking for layout guidance from the client, we'll use lorem ipsum because they tend to want to give you grammatical changes, even though if you're just saying, hey, I just want to know if this layout looks right, we're still working on the text. So you just throw in some lorem ipsum and they don't feel like they have to critique the grammar anymore. Anyways, the options you have for your type tool are over here under the properties panel. You can change the character, change whether it's regular or if there are like italics or bold versions. You can change the size of the text. You can change the space between lines, the kerning, whatever, and you can even change the style of paragraphs and justification. Now when you change the font type, you can click this drop down and it gives you a lot of options here. You can just scroll through and find something you like, or if there's a specific style, you can go up here to the filters and really use these filters to narrow down whatever you might be looking for in a text. And if there isn't something that you like, you can go to Adobe's website, which is fonts.adobe.com, and you can type in here what you're looking for or just browse the fonts. And when you browse the fonts, you have these same tags that you can use to help you narrow down what you're looking at. But once you find something, you can just click on it. So let's say I like this Candon font right here. You click it to open it up. You can type in your own sample text to see whether what you want to type looks good in this font. You can see the different styles of fonts available here. You can see the designer. Then up here you can see the licensing that this font has. It's full Adobe Fonts library is cleared for both commercial and personal and commercial use. So you can use this in your commercial work. But once you've found the font that you want to use, you can either click to activate them individually. So if you only want the bold, you can just do that. Or you can go up here and click activate 6 fonts. And that'll activate all those fonts within your Adobe program. Hop back over to Illustrator and we'll just click this and let's search for it. And you see it brings it right up immediately in Illustrator. Sometimes it doesn't show up here, so you might have to save, exit out, and restart the program to get it to import those fonts, but usually it makes it automatically right here in Illustrator. Additionally, if there are fonts that you like to use the most, you can favorite them and then have the fonts show as favorite right here, or show your favorite fonts right here. Well, that's all I really have on the type tool. If you found this tutorial useful, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.